Question number 6, they are talking about, given that vector OP is 8 on 5 and the point A is equal to G on negative 3, find the values of G for which the magnitude of vector PA is equal to 10. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you we have to look at the magnitude. The magnitude is given for us. It is already there. So I can, how do we answer this one? Solution. Vector OP, you agree with me, it is 8 on 5. I can also change this. Point A is G on negative 3. I can change it in a vector form, vector OA. I would say it is G on negative 3. Now I know for sure that vector PA, before I found its magnitude, what is vector PA? It is the difference between the first minus OP. So this is the interpretation. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget about that. What I have done is, this is a column vector. I have to change this is a point. This is a point. Since it is a point, I have to change it into a column vector. So this is a column vector. So I have to interpret this one. What is OA? OA, you agree with me, it is this one. Then I should subtract this one. OP, it is 8 on 5. Then we subtract. We're looking at PA. PA, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to this and that. I'll have G minus 8. This is G, it's not 9. Again, this minus that, I'll have negative 8. So this is a point now. Remember, this is just for X and this is for Y. This is what it means. So this stands for X, this stands for Y. I know for sure that magnitude of a vector PA magnitude is the same as this. It is the same as X squared plus Y squared. You agree with me that this one they've already given me, and then I have just to slot in. What is this? This is G minus 8 squared plus my Y is negative 8 squared. Then when you do like that, when you square this one, you open up this one. How do we do it? Please, ladies and gentlemen, it is G like this squared is as good as just saying this G is G minus 8 bracket, another G minus 8 bracket. So when you expand this one, you agree with me that what we are going to have is this and that to be G squared minus 8G minus 8G positive 65. You work out this. So here you agree with me that I have G squared minus 16G plus 64. So ladies and gentlemen, when you open up this one, you are going to have 10 is equal to the square root of G squared, mind you, minus 16G plus 64. Another plus 64, because when you square this one to be 64. From there, ladies and gentlemen, I have to remove the square root. I have to square both sides. So if you do the needful, this will be 100 equals to G squared, mind you, minus 16G plus 128. Mind you, this is implicity. I have to put it to be explicit. To be simple, I'll have a situation like G squared minus 16, mind you, then G plus 28. Where is 28 coming from? When this goes there, we are going to subtract 128 minus 100. I'm going to remain with 28. This is the 28. Ladies and gentlemen, unless there is a problem there, now that we have got this, how do we do it? How do you do it? So now that we have got this one, here, we should solve this quadratic equation. You allow me that, let me solve it. Quadratic equation, I was explaining that when we are given, this is a column vector, that is a point. So I changed my point A, this is point A, into a column vector. Then I had to work out this. PA means OA minus OP, which I subtracted. I came up with this one. So this one now, I know that magnitude of vector AP or PA, vector PA is equal to x square root of x squared plus y squared. Then I brought this one, I bring it here. I also brought this one, I put it here. So you can see that I was just replacing the formula. I square this, then I came up with this one. So ladies and gentlemen, this is what I am now supposed to answer. Now we are answering the quadratic equation. How do we answer the quadratic equation? So we are trying to solve the quadratic equation which is there. How do we answer the quadratic equation? So this is very simple. Mind you, we need two values. That's why I said values. Mind you, this is a quadratic equation now. So how do we answer this one? So to answer this quadratic equation, I'm considering the 28, which is my product. Now what are the factors? The factors, we have got 14 and 2. Both should be negative, because when you multiply negative 14 times negative 2, it will be positive 28. When you add this, it will be negative 16. Ladies and gentlemen, those are the factors. I've taught you. Those of you who are serious, I've taught you how to do it. You have just to hide this power 2. So I remove the power 2, I remain with G. What am I seeing there? I can see 14 equals to 0. Again, when I hide this G, what am I seeing there? Minus this equals to 0. You put this equals to 0. So this one, mind you, it will be G equals to 14. Another one, the 2 goes the other side, it's a negative. When it goes there, becomes a 2. So these are the two possible answers. So you can answer it in that way. I repeat, how do we answer this question? I'm saying when you reach here where they say G squared minus 16G plus 28 equals to 0, the factors are very, very important. So the 28, these are the factors. 14 times 2, I'll get 28. Now, because this one is a negative, sum is negative 16. So meaning I'm forced to put this to be negative. So now, this is the question ends there, than wasting your time. So what you should do is you hide the power 2 so that you remain with the G, just on the power 1, on the G. So here the G is, you can see, minus 14 equals to 0. Another one, the G is here, minus 2 equals to 0. From there, you can do justice. You can say, okay, 14 goes that side, becomes 14. Then negative 2 goes there. So my other G equals to 2. So these are the two possible solutions for this question. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have enjoyed and you are enjoying. If you are enjoying, please drop your comment, share. Remember to subscribe. Tell your neighbor that neighbor Saube is inviting you. Let us grow this channel. I appreciated most of the GC. Some even told me that, sir, I'm telling you, have really assisted us. Thank you so much. The more you communicate to me, you drop the comment, you are encouraging me so that I am also improving. We are always, education is what happens to you. We don't reach an extent that I know it or no. We are always growing and learning. Thank you so much. God bless you. I love you. We'll continue.